Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? My name is Trey Pizzy.
Japan.
Eggs.
Blue.
Rocc.
And we're the Everything and Nothing podcast. Welcome back. It's episode 3 we on. How everybody feeling?
I'm good. But before we get into this, I like to apologize to my significant other.
Why you looking at him?
For last episode.
Look in the camera.
Shut up. I like to apologize for the last episode to my significant other. Not because she felt some type of way about the episode, but I didn't communicate with her before I shot the episode.
Okay.
So she felt like, kind of backdoored her and all that.
Okay.
Honorable
And
shit.
I like to,
Honorable shit.
All right.
just apologize. I apologize. And I love you. You ain't going nowhere.
Play as fuck up.
Yo, how you feel, Biggs?
I'm alive. I'm blessed. As you all know, the people that need to know, I had twin boys November 17th. They'll be 3 months
Congratulations.
tomorrow.
Congratulations.
So I'm blessed, man.
Congratulations.
They another purpose to be out here.
Raw dog and all crazy. I hear
You know what I mean? You got to spray and pray. Get me?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
What's up, Blue? How you feeling?
I feel like shit, man. The boulder hit me today. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even tell y'all about it. It was business situation. Left field me. And I'm just trying to figure out a way. Not trying to figure out a way, but I know a way to bounce back. But when I tell you that shit left field me.
It was critical.
Critical. Like that part. But ultimately, what I feel like is somebody praying. You get what I'm saying? Some negativity. That's honestly what I feel like. You know what I mean?
That means you ain't praying enough then.
That's a fact.
But yo, you know something though? When even though, just like how it's positivity out there in the world, bro, it's negativity just as well.
Yeah.
So just like positivity breathes, negativity breathes just as well. So regardless on how much you pray, it's still gonna be curveballs thrown at you, and a curveball got thrown at me to the point. The feeling was, and I'm gonna nip this in the bud, was like a court date, a criminal court date. When you walking in there, you don't really never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
So your stomach is in knots. You like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, and now we can regroup.
Right.
That's how that was. So,
And don't just pray when life is going good.
oh, absolutely. No, don't pray when life is going bad.
Yeah.
Pray when life
Pray
is going
when-
good.
that's-
You get what I'm saying? That's really what
Pray
it
all the
is.
time.
But I ain't gonna lie, I found a better way with that. So that's not my issue. I entertain the bullshit sometimes.
All the time.
All the
All the time.
we know you.
Did you guys just do like a brotherly thing just
No,
now?
we just know you.
It's stop the cat.
No, we spoke about accountability, Blue. Let's go, cuz.
Well, I'm speaking about the accountability. I threw it out there.
There we
I
go.
threw it
How
out
you
there. I
feel
said
like?
I'd be
Fuck up.
entertaining.
I'm
Shit.
good. Can't complain. Only thing that's just lingering right now is, somebody close to me. He like a big brother. He going through some real shit right now. Might be looking at some football numbers. I hope not. So every day I wake up, that's in back of my mind. You know, like systems, they did my boy dirty.
Facts.
Mad dirty. So right now, everybody is just, doing the groundwork to make sure, we get a pill and all this. But it's bothering though. It's bothering because it's, I expressed this to I feel like, real ones I got around me, I'm either losing them to the cell or to the grave. And I don't like that feeling. I definitely don't. This is another second person where I possibly won't be seeing for Lord knows when.
Right.
So, still trying to stay grounded though, I gotta be as strong as I know he gonna want me to be. So
Well, I wish y'all luck with everything.
Or good luck to cuz.
Hope everything work out in your favor.
that's facts.
Trey, how you feeling, cuz?
Feeling indifferent. Feeling okay though. Like on the surface, am I internally? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since I got back from Indonesia, something been off. It's been off. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can't
Like,
put your finger on it.
nah, I could put my finger on it.
Oh, so you know it's been
Yeah,
off.
I know what's off, but it's just that, like, I don't know, shit don't feel right no more. You know what I'm saying? Shit just don't feel right no more. It's like once you see certain things, you can't go back. You can't unsee it.
Once
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like you see different parts of life and shit like that, and you come back to this shit. It's like, the fuck is we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is we doing? That
Or
shit
how
is
we living.
unsettling when you got the means and all of that to change that, and you just still sitting here. But I feel like, you know, it's purpose in what I'm doing now. Even though I want to, you know.
You feel like you was too comfortable throughout the years?
Hell no, it's not about comfort. It has nothing to do
You was
with
just
that.
limited.
Nah, you got a purpose to serve.
Nah, it's not even that. It's I wasn't exposed to certain shit.
you wasn't
Once
living.
you get exposure to certain shit, you can't look at things the same no more. It's like, you know what I'm saying? When you tap out the matrix, it's hard to go back and be like, oh, nah, this is real. This is what it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
So it's like I seen life on a different scale. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck is we living like this for? Like we choosing, at this point now it's a choice. Like we choosing to live like this?
Yeah.
Like niggas just sitting here, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit just been fucking with me. But I know I got purpose here. You know what I'm saying? But I know to get my mind all the way right, you know, I gotta bust a move.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta take the leap.
Yeah.
Definitely just gotta take the leap. And a lot of times we be wanting to move. We want to move as a unit, like as a collective. Excuse me. We want to move as a collective, but sometimes not everybody gonna see the vision at that point. You know what I mean? Right then and there.
I get that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but sometimes, and you know what that's like.
Yeah.
Taking the leap first and then doubling back. You get what I'm saying? And this is what we doing.
And that's what brings me to what I was saying about purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this whole time I had a certain purpose. You know what I mean? But sometimes we get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? We think our purpose is one thing and then we see it for what it really is. So I'm really trying to tap into that and figure out my purpose. I think I figured it out, but I gotta, you know, do the due diligence to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So
No, I feel you.
That's
When
all
I
right.
took my first trip, I was like, yo, what? Like my first major trip out the country, I was like, yo, like
Which one was it? Africa?
in Africa,
Yeah, I remember you was telling me about that. That
Like-
was dope.
yo, man.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. Like the air is just different. You feel me? The people different. Everybody friendly. Like, it's no like you walk down the block, you got to worry about an op. Like nah, they ain't
New York-
they ain't worry about none of that.
New
Like,
York is the meanest state.
What you feel like your purpose is?
Not even the meanest. I feel like they the rudest.
I feel like my purpose right now, at this point in time, is just to be here for my kids. Like my purpose is to make sure they good. You feel me? Because like I used to play sports when I was younger. Now I see my son playing sports. Like it just like I don't want him to stir away from that because he's so happy doing it and his season about to start and all that. Like I don't have to force him to do it or nothing. Like I always wanted, you know, my pops to come. My pops always came to my games, but I always wanted him to practice with me and all that. And I should have expressed it more, but he was always at work. You feel
Right.
me?
So before your kids, did you feel like you had a purpose in
No,
life?
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so
Before my kids, I didn't feel
and
like I had a purpose.
I almost felt the same way. That's what I'm getting at. Like, for me, I feel like your purpose in life is whatever you do effortlessly and enjoy doing, right? And not necessarily saying like what comes with ease or something that you find easily. It's just something that you're willing to put your energy towards and make a effort towards trying to figure out. And if that comes with ease and you do it effortlessly with passion, then that's your purpose. You know what I'm saying?
So, with that being said, that's my purpose.
And I also feel like we could all have multi-purposes. You know what I'm saying? So once you find out what you do effortlessly and have passion in doing, and then you have kids, that's another purpose, right? Hence my twins, like I said, I got 2 other kids, as everybody knows, but you know, they already on their way out. And I trust that I instilled enough great qualities in them, as I will continue to do so, that they could be able to, you know, be a little more independent in their own, you know what I mean, rights or whatever. They all gonna make their mistakes as all humans do, but they was my purpose amongst other things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I know I worked with the anti-gun violence shit, doing like, you know, working with the youth, doing men's health, you know what I mean, resources and shit like that. This is something I spoke on with them as far as like, find your reason for being out here, because it's a lot more to life than what you're indulging in. You feel me?
Right,
like,
right.
and a lot of people go in life not knowing what their purpose ever is in life, bro. I just lost my brother the same, you know what I mean? My brother's birthday is the same day my twins was born.
Wow.
You feel me?
Wow.
So that's just right there, a blessing within itself.
Right.
It's a gift and a curse, so to
Yeah.
speak. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same token,
No, go ahead.
he was one of them people who left the earth not really filling out what his purpose was in life. And
But
that
how
shit
you know
get-
he ain't how you know he ain't do that? I think purpose is deeper than
I'm all
I think
for other
purpose
aspects of
is
it too,
deeper
as well.
than
The surface.
yeah, the surface. Like when people have kids, they be like, "Oh, this is my purpose,"
Right.
or whatever. And it's like, nah, you had a
Right.
purpose when
Before
you was
that.
born, like right.
Right,
So
right.
you not. I think to get in finding your purpose is like when you was talking about going to the games with your son because you felt like that's not your purpose. Like you just trying to fulfill something
that was
within
meaningful for
yourself.
you.
You know what I'm saying? That's like it's kind of like a selfish thing. Like, oh, I didn't have this, so let me do it so I could feel good.
Fill a
I could
void.
feel like I'm working in my purpose.
Yeah, you filling a
right?
void.
But that's not it may be your purpose, but have you ever sat down and tried to figure out what your purpose is? Like I got kids, but I don't think that taking care of my kids and raising my kids is purpose. My purpose, I think, is bigger than that.
Straight up.
Right? I think whenever I find out what my purpose is, it's gonna help them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not my purpose for being here. Like
Absolutely.
I was listening to this dude, Simon Sinek, right? He had like a TED Talk. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he was like finding your why. How you find your why is he was like, ask a friend, a close friend, like your best friend, somebody you could call 3 a.m. and they jump out the bed or whatever, right? He was like, it can't be no relative, it can't be nobody close to you or whatever. Ask a friend, like, why are we friends?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And they gonna give you the generic shit, like, oh yeah, we cool or whatever. You like, nah. Or why are we friends?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or what makes us friends? And they gonna break down, oh yeah, we friends because of this or whatever. He was like, yeah, that's what makes a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why
are we friends?
Right.
Why are you my friend? And then he said, eventually people will break down because we have a hard time. Our feelings and language. He said they work on different parts of the brain, right? So we have a hard time expressing how we feel.
Mm-hmm.
So he said the person to break down and they'll start talking about themselves. Like, oh, you make me feel like this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your purpose,
Right.
right? So he'd be like, oh, you inspire me. You know what I'm saying? When you in the room, you make me feel like this or whatever. That's your purpose, to inspire or whatever. That's your reason. That's your why. You know what I'm saying? So like, he was like, that's a good way to find your why. So I think the generic thing to do is just be like, oh, my kids, when I have kids and shit like this. What's about a person don't have kids?
Yeah, right. That's
you
why
get
I
what I'm
asked,
saying?
did you have a purpose
Like,
before your kids? You know what I'm
And I
saying?
never felt like
That was the reason for asking that for sure.
I never
Yeah,
felt
no,
like I
it's a
did.
good way to, start thinking about your purpose, right? Because now you thinking more in depth, like, nah, I gotta be here for them or whatever. But I think everybody has a deeper purpose than, the surface.
For sure.
Like
So-
I always
Like I said, yeah, talk your shit.
like I always felt like I fit in no matter where I go. No matter the environment, wherever, like I always fit in.
That's an
I'm a
ability.
people person, you feel
Right.
me? Like I get along with everybody.
Gemini thing.
Like, nah, for real. Like I get along with everybody. It's not
Chameleon
no
man.
room I stepped in and
Gemini
I felt
shit.
awkward in.
Yeah.
So I don't feel awkward in any room I step in. I'm me and I'm not changing.
That's been
Not
that's
changing
been
my-
you forever.
But
For real,
but
like-
how does that draw into your purpose?
Maybe that's my purpose. Like I'm cool with everybody and
Nah,
people,
it's deeper than that.
To be
Like I said,
adaptive?
you gotta figure out, like, you cool or whatever, right? You gotta figure out why people feel like that about you. You get what I'm saying? Like, what is it that attracts these people to me or whatever? Or what do they see in me that makes someone
qualities.
to be near me, right?
qualities.
Because that's your purpose. Like, because I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I walk in the room, I'm gonna light that motherfucker up.
all day.
Like,
You get what I'm saying? But is that really my purpose?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, my purpose ain't to light rooms up.
Right.
That's a fact.
But why do people look at me like that? Maybe because I inspire them. Maybe they see something in me that they don't see in themselves. Maybe I'm doing the things that they're incapable of. So honestly, I feel like one of my purposes is to inspire, to lead. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm one of the niggas that's gonna go over there first and then come back and be like, yo, we gotta go do
This
this.
is what we on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it takes that.
Yeah.
Every group gotta have somebody that's like, yo, this is what we doing. Because we tend to pride ourselves on like, yo, I'm not listening to niggas and this, that, and the third. But if you got somebody that's never gonna lead you astray, that's gonna put you on.
Do you have any passion
what
for
I'm
being
saying?
a leader?
No. And
So
that's
it's
why.
done
Do you
That's
feel like
why.
you can lead effortlessly?
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why.
Do you feel like you can lead effortlessly?
Like it's natural.
Nah, nothing. Hell no. Leadership is not effortless. You know what I'm saying? That shit takes a lot. That's why.
Maybe I'm using the
that's
wrong
why it's
word.
not-
Do you do it with ease? Does it come with ease?
No,
Naturally.
no. It
Or
may
naturally?
seem like that. No, it may seem like that on the surface, but you know how hard it is to carry a whole brigade on your back and
And
be
you
like,
only-
oh
you
yeah,
doing it?
and you kind of gotta make the decisions for everybody, and then it's like when shit go wrong, it's always
Weight
on
is
you.
your
Yeah.
shoulders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
When
I get
shit
it, I
go
get
right
it.
is we, but when shit go wrong is me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a hard thing. And maybe that's what made me not want to realize my purpose. Honestly, y'all niggas made me do it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, Trey, you gotta step up, do this, do that, or whatever. Y'all niggas look to me for that. Y'all make me walk. And I wanted to ignore that for a while. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't like that shit is heavy. When I go home, it's heavy. If we had war and we lose a nigga, it's heavy. Because I know, like I made those decisions. So I try to stray away from that shit.
I think with mine, when it comes down to purpose, you see how you specify the why. For me, it's the what. My ability to always be able to figure things on out. That's my purpose. I'm a solution seeker, period. You see how off the back, I say, yo, I ain't even tell y'all this because it just happened. You get what I'm saying? But immediately, I give someone a call. I give him a call.
Right.
Immediate. So where you at? He like, in his mind, he like, oh shit, what happened now? You get what I'm saying? So I taps in, lets him know. But in my mind, as I'm calling, I'm already putting it together in my mind. And I'm like, this is how it's gonna go. This is the play. Boom, 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 boom. Immediately, that's always been my thing. I'm a solution seeker. So instead of complaining about, yo, this shit spilt, the kicks is fucked up, this is a different type of material. Now we can figure that out.
Right.
We can figure that out. Just the way it was created, it can be able to be
Absolutely.
replenished.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Refurbished, whatever.
Yeah, I always say that with life. You was born not knowing how to do shit. When somebody had to teach you how to walk, how to talk, how to crawl.
It's
all
up.
that.
It's
So,
up from there. So that's my purpose.
Yeah, because when Biggs was talking about what you passionate about and shit like that, like I don't think that's purpose. Because it's
Well,
like
maybe-
a lot of niggas is passionate about, let's say, rapping and they whack. Nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Right, that ain't your purpose. I get
That
it.
ain't
You
your
right,
purpose,
you right,
nigga.
you right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, maybe I spoke from a personal perspective. That's my path. You feel me?
Right.
I'm a provider and a protector by nature. You feel me? So, and I do that shit effortlessly, and I'm passionate about it. So,
Right.
but I'm passionate about anything I love. So maybe I generalize something that from a personal. You feel me? But that's with me. Like I know what I do effortlessly, and whatever I do with passion is my purpose. And those are the things I do effortlessly, and you know what I mean, with
I
purpose.
need you to
So
think.
see,
I need you
I
to think
don't-
deeper than that.
So your purpose.
So-
So maybe your purpose.
to provide and protect. Like
No, see,
Nah.
see,
Love.
that's how
I
you.
mean,
That's how
love.
you feel about yourself.
Love.
So like I said,
and
when the
I mean,
nigga was
and
talking
providing,
about.
like I said, I'm speaking from a general.
What about love?
No,
You got a
you-
big
yeah.
heart. You said
What you
you're
mean?
passionate, right?
That's loving.
That's loving.
What do you know what I'm providing? Information, knowledge, resources. I'm open. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
in the
that's how
process
you
of
feel
doing my
about
own-
yourself, though. So
Informative.
like he said, like I told you, the dude Simon, right? He said how other people feel. We keep talking about what we passionate about,
Okay. I
right?
get it.
So
I get
your
it.
purpose is how other people feel about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're informative.
So it's
Yeah.
like, you
People feel safe
you
around
feel
me.
passionate
People
about
feel like I provide a
this
lot of
and
good
that
info. You
and
feel
third.
me? It works both ways.
What? Huh?
It works both ways though. That's what I'm saying. I get this is the type of feedback I get from my younger homies to older people. Yo, you a smart nigga, bro. You should do like host like, you feel me? This is the type of feedback I get. So, like I said, I was speaking from a personal perspective when I said whatever you do effortlessly, and you feel me? But this is, people do tell me I'll provide and they feel safe around, whether it be a niggas, females, you know what I'm saying? And you're smart, Big. Yo, niggas been telling me to do a podcast for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, you should get on the podcast, bro. You know how many people DM me about this shit? Like, yo, cuz, I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy you finally starting to do that. But, and like you said, maybe I did word it wrong as far as like what, I mean, that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I do effortlessly. So that's my purpose, you feel me? Is to be a provider and protector effortlessly and with passion. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else has to find what their, you know what I'm saying?
See, I look at
Jay,
purpose
Purpose
Rock,
is-
I was about to ask you. You feel like you walking in your purpose?
So I feel like for me, my purpose is for someone else, not me. And this is why I say that. So I, for a while, like struggle with the fact of, so matter of fact, this all goes back to like that time when I had like got shot and went through what I went through. I ain't gonna hold you, the injuries I went through, I was supposed to be up out of here,
Straight up.
but I made it through. So
Straight
that
up.
told me, you here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I struggled for a while trying to figure out, well, what is that reason?
Mm-hmm.
What is my purpose for? Because I had friends and people I know of who, got hit up with less weight, injured, and was up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, what is my purpose? And I ain't gonna lie, as time went on, I started to get older, I started to feel like my purpose for being here ain't really for me. It could be for someone else.
It's always for somebody else.
I look at it from the point, just us just doing this. It could be somebody out there, and I could say some shit and really change their life.
Straight
but
up.
me being able to live, that's my purpose for that person. Or just shit I do at work, or just shit I do regular. Like that can inspire someone, or someone can resonate with that. So I'm like where I'm at. I just feel like my purpose of being here is for someone to help someone else, or to enlighten someone else, or say something to where a person like, damn, I could really resonate with that. Let me tap in with him and see how can I get the point A to point B. Because I feel like my purpose already been fulfilled because I was able to live. My purpose is set. I'm able to live. That's my purpose.
Through your trials and your tribulations.
My purpose is for whoever that person may need help, or whoever that person is that's out there.
Or anybody that can hear your story that might be
was about to say
it could
that.
be years from now to
Right.
where I could just bump into a stranger, we just have a conversation, and I might change everything. Like, I just feel like it's for someone else more than me.
You see how J-Rocc just said his purpose is not for him, it's somebody else? But that's how I feel about my kids.
Yeah,
like,
but
you feel
I
me? Like,
it's
I feel
everybody.
Like,
It was
like,
cliche
even-
though. You feel me? Like everybody
like,
feel like
even
that
like
about their
you,
kids.
like you said, when you got shot, when I got shot and I woke up, that's the first thing that popped in my. I ain't give a fuck about nothing else. Where's my kids? You feel me? Like that's the first thing that came to my head. My kids, my kids, my kids. Like everything I do is for them. I ain't gonna front. If I ain't have my kids, I'd be like, yo, fuck a job, whatever. I'm gonna do what I want.
I think
But
that's
now I
a
have
that's
to.
a natural
Like-
a natural feeling, right? Like I think that's
I don't think it's a natural feeling.
I
There's a
do.
lot of deadbeat.
Yeah,
niggas out
because-
here and it's deadbeat mothers too. So
But
we ain't gonna
natural
skip
for
that.
you,
but
though.
they might be they might be walking in their purpose, right? Their purpose, like I said, their purpose is not just because you have children. You don't limit your purpose to that. Your purpose could be bigger than that, and it trickles down. So I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I'm trying to get you to
Think outside that box.
think deeper, right?
Yeah,
Because
kids.
when you walk in your purpose, it trickles down to everybody that it's supposed to. You get what I'm saying? So everybody's sitting here saying like, "Oh yeah, I feel like this or whatever." You got to think, or niggas is saying my purpose is not for me. It's never gonna be for you, and that's why you got to figure it out, right? Because it's never gonna be for you. And a lot of times we think our purpose is selfish and it's based on how we feel about things. I don't feel good about my purpose. Not yet. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I do not feel good about my purpose. Because it's a lot to carry.
Yeah.
But you gotta walk in your purpose and be like, all right, you know what? I gotta deal with this.
You gotta deal with
or
that.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right. I've accepted it a long time ago
Okay.
that this is the position I'm put in. I don't think I've accepted walking in it. I try to shy away from it sometimes. Like, yo, nah, y'all niggas figure it out. Y'all do
Nope.
exactly.
Nope.
So
Like, man, shut the fuck up. Just do X, Y, and Z, please.
I think that. But also, right, a question that fucked me up. Somebody asked me, he said, how many lives have you lived? Right? And, you know, I gave the generic answer. I'm like, one, nigga, you only get one life. Nigga was like, nah, what you did in your life?
Yeah, facts.
Like, yo, like, did you go to school? Like, yeah. He's
That's
like,
life.
did you go to college? Yeah. He said, what else you did? I was like, I went to the army. I did it. I'm a rapper. I did a whole bunch of shit. He said, yo, you probably lived 1,000 lives. And I was like, damn, that's deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to live 1,000 more. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When you break it down like that, it's like, damn,
Nah, that's illy.
we
That's
limit
dope.
our minds
That's illy.
Facts.
That's illy.
to one life. Like, yo, we got one life. It's like, nah, nigga, you could live 1,000,000 lives in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what had me want to walk in my purpose. Cause it's like, you die 2 deaths, right? It's one in the physical and one when they stop speaking your name.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have legacy,
Shit.
Straight up.
right? You gotta have legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I go all these places. That's why I always got an 80 hat on. This is why, because once they stop speaking your name, that's when you dead. So I want to touch as many people as I can because you never know when they gonna stop speaking your name. So if you touching a million people,
Mm-hmm.
probably ain't never gonna stop.
Straight up.
Live forever, and
What's
that's
the
legacy.
What's the population out here? Not
Shit.
even here. It's
What,
about 8
8
billion.
billion?
Yeah, 8 billion.
8 billion.
Oh, 8 billion.
See,
8
I
0.
kind of could resonate to where he coming from because I felt like this about Wu. His passing, I feel like his legacy ended with him.
Yeah.
And well, at that time,
Yeah, I get you.
we keeping it alive.
Yeah.
But at that time when that happened, as far as the physical being,
Wooski, by the
it
way.
ended with him.
Yeah.
And I don't always look at legacy as, oh, you having kids and shit you pass down. Like he said, legacy, your name, your image.
Mm-hmm.
If that lives on forever, you live forever.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then your legacy done. Whether you have kids or not, because you already done spoke of. Your kids just got your name.
Right.
That's it. But you, the person within itself, once that image or the name fades out, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it. Legacy ain't just kids. It is anything that your name and image attach to that could
Absolutely.
live on forever.
Absolutely.
You want to make an imprint.
Timeless shit.
You want to make an imprint out here, and like Trey said, you want to touch as many lives as you possibly can, and it be slight conversations. Right. It don't necessarily mean like physically giving somebody something. Like J-Rocc just said, like I might say something that you can relate to. You know, I never even met you before, but you listening to our podcast. You tapping in for this hour and a half. You get what I'm saying? And whatever topic or whatever jewel one of us dropped, you like, oh, you might have been in a why. Why this? Why that?
Right.
Right.
In limbo, I call it, for so long and can't figure it out. I had this conversation with somebody, right? Because I went through this with my son's mother, God rest her soul. And when it transpired, I had 5 months to come home, right? And I got that call. Broke me, homie. Broke me, homie. Broke me. He sent me to the deacon, right? And I was mad. Like, mad is an understatement, enraged. Just. And I asked him, like why? I'm like, typically, and this is coming from my mind state at this time. I'm like, yo, typically, man, they take the men out. They don't take the women out.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you leave the woman, you take the man for whatever reason. You know, that's usually what happens. And he dropped this quote to me, right? And he said, a moment's pleasure can be a life's regret. When he said that shit, it didn't dawn on me at the time. But when he said that, I went back to my cube and I thought about it. I said, because I was blaming myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was blaming myself. And so he like, yo, a moment's pleasure could be a life's regret. It's not necessarily you. And I was mad at God, pissed off. He was just breaking down something like, yo, you can't be pissed off at nobody else when we out there doing certain things, not living our purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not moving how we're supposed to be moving. You know what I mean? Because we got a plan. But my godmother used to always say, you got a plan, but God got a master plan. You get what I'm saying? Like, whether you believe of him, universe, or not, like, that's just what it's hitting for. So I used to beat myself on up. And when he broke that down to me, I started getting more understanding on this one thing right here. Instead of asking yourself the why things happen, figure out the what. What you're gonna do to get up out of that situation. You get what I'm saying? What are you gonna do to prevent this from happening again? And that's what made things so much more easier for me to be a solution seeker instead of for me thinking about the, not in comparison to what you were saying as far as the why, like the purpose,
Right.
but just instead of being in limbo, stuck in limbo. Don't be stuck in limbo.
Right.
Don't do that. Because a lot of times the what is gonna come about before the why. The why hasn't been developed yet. Who said that?
Desmond?
No. Damn. Homie from Maryland.
I
Make
just
long
don't-
story short,
I just
Bro.
don't want us, and I say us, that means us and the viewers. I don't want us to get stuck in that mind state. Like, oh yeah, I live for my kids, this, that, and the third, right? Because, or any, you know, purpose that comes about and you be like, oh, this is what it is, right? Because growing up, our parents used that against us a lot, right? Like they couldn't walk in their purpose because of us. Like, oh yeah, I had y'all, so, you know, I gave up certain things, or I didn't do
I heard
this.
that.
Like,
I heard that silly shit before.
you get what I'm saying? So
No disrespect.
that turns into you blaming your kids for not living a full life, right? It's like, oh yeah, Because right now you feel like that's your purpose. But when, let's say they fucking turn out to be something else that you ain't want for them. Now you got some resentment in you, right? Like, oh yeah, I gave up my whole life to make sure you was doing this, and now you doing this, right? But if you was walking in your purpose, you wouldn't feel no way.
Facts.
Right? If you wouldn't feel no way about how they turned out.
Right.
Because you doing what you was put here to do. And no matter how you turn out, I know I'm doing what I'm put here to do. I just hope you do the same as my child.
I feel like my kids saved my life as well. You feel me? Like,
okay.
Cause before them, I didn't have a care in the world. It was like whatever, like, and I know my mother felt some type of way too. Like, damn, what the fuck? Like, he ain't got no care in the world, nah. And when you doing bad, you feel me? Like, you don't think about your parents, what you putting them through and everything. You feel me? You just doing what you do. But now I feel what my mother felt. You feel me? And my kids, they ain't at that age where they acting crazy yet, but I feel everything she said to me when I was younger, I'm now saying to my kids, like, yo, yo, you know how many times I called my mother like last year and apologized?
Yeah.
You could ask my, you and my mom's cool. Like, I called my mother and apologized. Yo, I'm sorry for what I put you through.
Straight up.
Because my kids is putting me through that.
Yeah, but you gotta get back to the main thing, right? You gotta get back to the main thing, and that's purpose. Your purpose wasn't to call your mother and say sorry.
It probably wasn't a purpose, but I felt I had to. Like, yo,
but this is what I'm saying. But you gotta see. I need you to think inside the box, outside the box, right? We thinking about all the things that. Oh yeah, I feel like I gotta do this. I feel like I gotta do this. No, I want you to walk in your purpose. I want you to figure out what your purpose is. I want y'all to figure out what y'all purpose is.
I feel like I know my purpose to a certain extent. It ain't just walking, like I said, because I feel comfortable walking in every room. And why? Because I could relate to people. I could help people. Like, anybody could call me right now, like, yo, Pan, I need a job. Like, it's not one person that say, yo, Pan, I need a job, and I ain't plugged them in somewhere. Or do something in the streets, you feel me? Like, whatever in the streets, I got you. Whatever in the workplace, I got you. Like, I feel like I could walk the fence. I'm good in the workplace, and I'm good on the street. Nobody could.
But why?
Violate. I don't.
Exactly, you don't know.
And
that's
what he wants you to know.
You just proved my point.
Listen.
Right? When I said why. Why you feel like you could do that? Why do you don't know? And that's what you need to figure out. You talking in circles a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
Just a smidgen.
You just a little bit. I need you to know why. Why am I able to do this?
That's great.
Why I'm in these rooms? Why am I doing this? What you saying is not wrong. Don't ever mistake me for saying that
everything
you're wrong.
right.
You saying everything right, but you're not putting it together and making it make sense.
What's your
But at the
personal
same
purpose?
time, I want to ask you, like, why do you feel you need to know your purpose? Why you just can't be happy doing what you're doing? Why you have to feel like you have to have a purpose in life? Why you just can't live your life and be happy?
There's a purpose in
Because
Why
life.
you gotta be? Why it has to be a title for your life?
Because you think
Because there's a period after every sentence.
I think you asked that question wrong.
Yeah.
What if you are serving your purpose and just don't know what it is? And that's what I think you're asking.
No, he's asking exactly what he's asking. He's saying, why do you have to have a purpose?
Why do you have to know your purpose?
I thought he said, that's what I thought he said. Why you have to know it?
You don't have to do nothing.
I thought he said, why you have to know it?
But
What if you living your purpose every day?
How do you know?
And you
said you don't know.
I'm just saying, but what if you already living it, but you
just don't know it?
Let me ask you something.
Of
And
course,
the purpose is still being served.
Self-consciously, you could be doing the things, right? But to walk in your purpose is taking your whole life and driving it towards that, right? And then, the abundance of what you get from walking in your purpose, it'll be more than you ever imagined. So you might be walking through life not knowing your purpose and you just accomplishing things, right? Or you just failing. You just doing a whole bunch of shit not realizing. When you walk in your purpose, there's no failing. So that's why you need to figure out your purpose, because once you know what you're here for and what you got to do, then it's a straight line. It's like, yo, Nick, I already know what I'm here for. And everything that you ever wished, everything that you ever wanted is just gonna come to you naturally because you're walking in your purpose. That's why you need to understand.
Do you think it's a difference?
What about this? My fault, J-Rock. But what about this? That was dope, by the
That was
way.
fire.
That was
That was
dope.
I felt
Thank
that.
you.
My
Yeah.
heart glowed up just now.
Yeah, because that was a good ass question. That was a good ass question though, too.
Nah.
No, it was. It was
That was a
great.
But
great
what about
question.
what about after he finds this on out? Now you're not doing it. It could be a sense of like, I'm not doing it organically anymore.
Facts. That too.
Huh?
All right. So
You forcing
what if not necessarily forcing it, but it's like
Or doing it for the wrong reasons. Or
not
just
really
to
doing it for
reap the benefits of what you feel
it's,
like
it's more so it's like now I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But then now when I know what I'm doing, it's no longer organic, meaning like I was doing it without even thinking about it. You get what I'm saying? But now I'm putting thought behind the situation.
Experiences are always gonna be organic, right? So it's just like you can know your purpose, and if you walk in it, like say you are a leader or you here to inspire, you think you just you might start doing seminars or whatever on purpose, but that's walking in your purpose, right?
Right,
That's the
You
point.
walking in your element.
The point of finding your purpose is so you can walk in it.
Right. Okay.
The things
I get
that
I
happen
get that.
are always going to be
illuminate
organic.
that.
You
I
get what
get
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you supposed to do this purposely. That's it's called purpose.
I have a
Do
question
it on
for all y'all.
purpose.
Les Brown, the motivational speaker, he said that before. So I get that.
Do your purpose on purpose.
And you know,
Let's go.
you know what else
Felt
too?
that.
And I'm
Thanks
praising
for helping me
you.
understand that, my boy.
Let me praise my homie Mills too. Like, cause y'all came out of jail, yo. And y'all ain't complain. Like y'all came out of jail and y'all got straight to it.
Absolutely.
So when
Appreciate you.
Shout out to
it's
Trap
a
and
lot
Charlie,
of, and
Blue.
it's
Trap and
a lot
Charlie.
of my friends on the other side too. They come out of jail and still do the same habits they used to do.
And my boy got businesses, AV Lighting.
Yeah,
shout out
shout
to
out to
them.
AV Lighting.
Mills,
Yeah,
all that.
facts.
Get your
You
home
got the little
renovated.
sports thing
Like,
going
I praise,
on too.
Get your
praise
TV
them,
off that
and
floor.
maybe I should
You know what
tell
I'm
y'all
saying?
more, and I praise y'all though for real, like, cause y'all came out of jail, y'all ain't have no excuses.
At all.
Nope.
What's the excuse?
It's no excuse.
It's no excuse.
And
I'm sorry to cut your wisdom.
Nah.
And I appreciate you. I love you even more for that. You get what I'm saying? It's just you got another chance. You know what I'm saying? We home now. You know what I mean? We were sitting on a bench while everybody else was playing. Now we back on the court.
and
It's
and
nothing else more to
feel
talk
like
about.
Not what society feels as a punishment is not necessarily a punishment for,
right.
for you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The system punished y'all,
Yeah.
but y'all got relief out of that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all got a good state.
Everything that's
good
meant to
sense
be
of
well.
mind out of
Yeah,
that.
it
Like,
definitely is.
The
Definitely
jail
meant to
ain't,
be
y'all
well.
ain't punished me. You actually helped me.
It didn't break me.
Yeah.
At all.
Sometimes niggas need to sit the fuck down.
That's a
right?
fact. I damn sure did.
Y'all
You
niggas
know
ever
that.
feel like that
Sometimes
life
that
was
shit
breaking
is a
already?
blessing in disguise.
The
You know what I'm
last,
saying?
for real.
what was,
You
it,
never-
what was
you
the
never-
last time? What was the
Cause that
last?
could
My
stop-
fault, big-
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Yo, the last time before I did, make long story short, before I did what I did or whatever, right? It was white collar, right? But make long story short, Trey sat right there on the couch, and he said, "All right, I heard of it before. I read up on it a little bit. Really don't know too much about it. That's why I didn't proceed. But since you speaking about it, go ahead, do what you do. If it work, I'm all for it. If you don't, I'm gonna tell you I told you so.
He told
And
you.
boy, did he did.
Boy, did he did. Told me so.
Boy, did he did.
Hold on, how you be like 2.5 years later?
Boy,
Yo.
did he did.
But the
Few
crazy
That's what I
hours
respect
later.
about Trey too.
but you
Because he
see-
ain't gonna press you. He gonna let you hang yourself for a little while.
Not
Like,
really
he-
necessarily hang yourself, but this is tapping in with the leadership thing. You know what I mean? It's oftentimes the responsibility is placed on his shoulder. He has other individuals around that's willing to take that responsibility. It's just different times we are at that scratch line together. You know what I mean? So here it is. I'm presenting something, and I'm the same way. I'm the type of individual that I'm gonna go for it first, and then come back and let y'all know. Like, listen, this is the blueprint.
right.
Do it. Yo, how you know it worked? Nigga, I'm doing it.
But you see, like you said, like I've been walking in my purpose. Right. So it's like even little things like the first time you was going to jail. Now we were sitting on the stoop.
It was only 2 times, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's only 2 times. Yeah, 2 times too many. It was the younger years. I'm still
the
young.
But
It's
look,
my younger years.
so we sitting
No
on the
more.
stoop, right? And I'm like, you know, you about to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't got shit for you.
I ain't got no visits
I
for
said,
you.
I'm not coming to see you. I'm not I'm not doing none of that shit. You got bitches. Let them do that. See you when you get home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll see you when you get home. I'm going to set you out. You're going to be good, but I'm not going to sit here and hold you down. I didn't do the crime with you. I got shit going on out here. I'm not doing nothing. I got kids. I'm not doing nothing. But you know, he called, he might be like, I need some boots or something. I'm sending it. Yeah. But I still told him. You know what I'm saying? And I let him know, like, nigga, you doing this to yourself. I'm here for you. I'm big bro, but look. Sit down.
And he capping too, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. I wanted him to get the spill out, but stop the cap because those food stamps. Hold on, the food stamps. I was definitely tapping in on those every other month.
I just said I was sending you shit, but I told you I wasn't.
J-Rock had a question.
He told me he wasn't going.
I got nothing for you.
So I have a question for y'all. Do y'all think there's a such thing as like a personal purpose and then like just a general purpose? And I'm asking that because, for instance, like I feel like I don't really know what my personal, like for self purpose is.
Okay.
But I feel like I could tap in more to my purpose for other people. Like I feel like my purpose is way more for other people than what it is for me. But that fulfills me though. Like if I can sit
That's
here
how true it is.
and like not even know someone and just give them a whole trajectory or something different. Or like I said, a person I don't even know and just might be speaking some shit. That who knows where that might take them. But far as like personal, I don't know what my personal purpose is. I'm gonna be honest.
Straight up.
I don't know what my personal purpose is.
Because you still trying to figure things out.
Me, it's reverse.
I
feel like I know what my personal purpose is and
I don't know what my
general purpose is.
Because I go through the emotions like every day and literally every day. Like I'm like tapped into like many different things. Where I'm like, yo, I gotta put my energy in here, energy in it. I don't know what my personal purpose is. So I don't know if like to say like, well, what if my personal purpose is not to know that, like to be for others versus for self?
I'm gonna ask you something pertaining to that.
No, go ahead.
That's what I was getting at as far as paying question too. But
I mean,
hold on. Let me. I'm gonna ask you something. Since you don't know, right? Because you said that your energy is being spread here, there, right? Is it possibly because do you ever take time for self, like one-on-one time?
I'm gonna be honest, not as much as I should because I feel like, I'm gonna put it like this, I feel like I have a lot more to give and it's always to other people than me. I don't know why that's within me, that's something I can't shake, but that's just always been me.
That's auntie right there.
Yeah, that is.
That's auntie.
That always
you
been
was
me.
Your first, you mama love.
That always been me. Like I'm more for other people. For like I said, I don't know what my personal purpose is, but I can say what my purpose may be for others. Like I can speak on that and write a book, write an essay, anything. But for self, I don't know.
So let me give you a suggestion, bro. Just start. Just. You said that you do it, but you don't do it enough. So for after this conversation here, after this night, start implementing a little bit more time for self, right? Self, one-on-one with self. Nobody else. You get what I'm saying? In the crib, no nothing. Even if it's just taking a stroll, you know what I mean? Taking a stroll, self. Not tapping in on your phone, you know what I mean? Go to a 60-minute massage and just rest. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think y'all getting the concept of purpose though. So when you say
he could possibly figure it out.
No, but
when
I'm talking about the concept
okay.
of purpose, right? The concept of purpose is not, I have a purpose for these people, I have a purpose for myself. Okay. It's one thing.
Right.
Your purpose is a blanket for you and them. You know what I'm saying? So it's no separation. So for like I said, with the Simon dude said, ask a close friend, like one of your best friends, somebody you could call 3 a.m. and ask them why we friends. You get what I'm saying? And that how they tell you, you make them feel, or whatever the case may be, that's your purpose.
Shit, ask now.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, I know that would be the reaction. I can ask and get that reaction. I know because, like I said, everything I do,
so you gotta walk in others
than for me. Just for instance, like you say time for self. And as I'm be honest, a lot of times I don't like self time because my thoughts get to wandering. And you know, we all got some shit within us that we're afraid of our own thoughts sometimes.
You can't be by yourself though, J-Rock.
I can't.
I realize I can't either.
I can't.
I could be in the crib by myself, right? Like the whole 9, but throughout the day, just not talking to nobody.
I guess I'm a different type of
No, I
demon
could do
than.
that, bro.
He could.
You know, y'all
I
niggas
could
know
do
I'm
that.
in the
No,
dark.
no, but hold on, look. But
I
look,
could
look,
do
look,
that, bro.
look. So,
Whoa.
so let me ask both of y'all. Is it ever a time in your life to where you have nobody else? Like you're not dealing with nobody else?
Yeah.
I'm talking about as far as a companion wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
yeah.
I've never had that before.
Hell yeah.
All my life, I've always had tapped into. I've always had somebody there.
Why do
whether I
you
was
think
just-
that is though?
Huh?
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. My therapist tapped in with it because I mentioned J-Rock to my therapist when I was like, yeah, my cousin can't be by herself. You know what I mean? So she like,
He's trying to get you some therapy.
no.
But bring him on in.
Yeah, no.
I got a referral program.
Yeah, trying to get a discount. He's trying to get 10% off.
But this is, let me tell you what
You
she
know what I'm
said.
saying?
She didn't mention it. She didn't respond back to it until the next week, right? And she said, yeah, because I was just listening to you when you was talking about you, because she had the southern thing. So she was like, yeah, I was just listening to you when you was speaking about your cousin, and I was just saying to myself, boy, you don't neither. Like you tell me what you tell me. You're the same way, but just in a different aspect. He's doing it one way, you're doing it another. You two are both still the same. You can't be by yourself neither. And then she asked me the question. She was like, throughout your life, has it ever been a time when you just been by yourself? And she said, I'm not speaking about when you was incarcerated. I'm talking about like home. And I thought about it for a second. And I said, no.
Right, well, you had a choice to be alone.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Like,
I
no
have
choice in
to.
jail,
I didn't
nigga,
have
right.
no choice in
I
jail.
think I
Right,
had
exactly.
to develop that being alone, right? Because, like you said, walking in my purpose. I have to understand that, like I said, when we win is we, but when we lose is me, right? So I think
That part.
I had to develop this thing in my mind to where I could take it, you know what I'm saying, and nobody else is around. Like I ain't got nobody else to depend on or whatever.
Sort of like
it's just me.
suppressing it.
So I think maybe it's hurt me to this point now because I could really be alone. Like you
I
niggas,
feel the opposite. Of
like I could really be alone. Like I could really
Absolutely.
sit in the crib. I could go on vacations. I could do
But see,
everything
that's the
by
thing.
myself.
I could do the same thing. I take myself out to eat by myself. I do the spa by myself, vacation by myself. I do all of that by myself. But still, somebody is in the life. You get what I'm saying? So does that still mean?
I mean, what you mean? Like just being alone? Like
I mean, you can have somebody you casually
Like no
fucking
companion,
randomly.
nobody you dealing with,
Nobody,
talking to,
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. No female
no
companion,
female, nothing.
I
companion.
mean,
period.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
no,
yeah, that's
you're not in my
easy.
house with me though. Like
I
every
don't
day,
know.
No,
nigga.
not in the house at all. I'm not even.
No.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not referring
hell,
to in
come
and
on.
out.
so you talking about being alone or being lonely?
Well, the way she broke it down was a matter of like, have you ever had time to yourself? You're not dealing with anyone. Say if somebody comes up to you, right, a woman of interest,
Right.
and you shoot her down because you're in your mind, like
Self mode.
you're in self mode. You don't even want to deal with nobody else. You get what I'm saying? Not on no commitment thing, but just you don't want to entangle with nothing. Have you ever had that? And I said, no, I ain't never had that before.
you know what's crazy?
Especially a
I
woman.
did have
Nah,
that.
because I'm weird. Because I can knock a bitch
I
head
had
off
that.
and just not talk to her. You get what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
So it's like I'm in his
yeah.
bag. Like I don't get it.
After the last episode, me and my girl, we had a talk. She was like, yo, you really need self-time. She's like, you need to be alone. You need to get your own crib, all that, and be alone.
Question: do you know
I
why she
never
said
had
that?
Right.
I never had that alone. Everything was with her, you feel me? I never had that. And she pushed that on me, like, yo, you need to.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Do you know why she said that though? Because the reason
I
why
agree.
I'm asking that because
That's a totally different
I
thing.
had that for a period of time where like my last relationship to where it ended, and after a while I really was for self. Like after that I wasn't dealing with nobody, and that time I really took time to reflect on the relationship and like my wrongs, my errors, my immaturity, my freaking insecurities. I don't care what no guy on this God green earth say. Niggas got some insecurities in
Oh,
them.
hell
Straight
yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
think nobody gonna deny that.
Hell
Nah,
yeah.
every niggas out here
Who said we
insecure for.
don't?
Nah, I'm not saying us here, but
Shit,
these
nigga.
dudes out here really feel like
Don't
insecure.
chuck me, Chuck
That's
D,
some female
nigga.
shit.
Fuck
Nah,
you talking
What's
and
one of
that's
your
one of the
insecurities?
things that in my relationship, my last relationship, I didn't speak of. I had some insecurities in my last relationship, but I didn't speak of them because just the
Pride.
way
We
we
also
brought
got
up,
pride,
it made
too.
me feel like
Right,
So
so-
if I speak on that, I'm gonna feel weak
Right.
or whatnot.
So what
Pride,
you think was
ego.
one of the insecurities that like that you had to tap into?
It wasn't even, it wasn't even that. It was just me.
You think being alone is that one of them?
Nah, it was just me. Like when that relationship ended, and I really had time for that. I didn't want to deal. Like literally, I was not dealing with no one, no woman or nothing. I really looked at that man in that mirror and had a real. Because everybody say they talk to a real
Heart to heart.
real talk, and I realized everything and shit. Like I said,
Can you name
So-
one?
Gotta
About
have
what?
that H2H.
Can you name one right now?
of what?
One of the insecurities.
I felt like in my last relationship, one of the insecurities that I really could spoke on, I didn't know how to dip. So
Not even a relationship with
Well,
you.
Yeah,
well, with
like,
me,
with
like,
your
not the
personal-
relationship. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
my
your
my
personal.
personal insecurity, but like for self or just
Yeah.
like
self.
for
Yeah,
self.
we're not talking about relationships. We talking about self.
so. I'll be honest, I don't have. See, my insecurity wasn't self. It was an insecurity I had in that relationship. It wasn't
Oh.
a self insecurity.
So
Okay.
do you have any self insecurities?
I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I
You
do.
said not no man on this gone green
No.
earth.
Well, when
Come
I
on,
said,
J-Rock,
all right,
you
hold
being
on.
honest,
When I
oxymoron.
meant
Not the cap.
insecurities, I meant insecurities as far as being in a relationship. I don't mean self. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have self insecurities. I ain't gonna lie. I wake up every day. I feel like I'm the shit. I don't care.
All day.
Stop the cap.
Nah,
Stop
that's not
the cap, though.
That's
You
not
So
cap.
then I can't agree
Even
with
on
you.
a
Let's
bad
go,
day, if I
J-Rock.
got
I
shit
can't.
going on, I still when I wake up, I feel like I'm him.
What
And
about
all
when you
those
go to
other names
sleep?
too?
Like,
Like
that
not
don't
even
mean
to
that
be
I feel like
cocky.
that too, but I still feel insecure. Like one of my insecurities, right? I'm scared. I fear fear. If that makes
That makes
sense.
perfect
How?
sense.
You
Cause
face feared mad times and overcame it.
you know
It's
why?
different in a relationship.
You know
You're
why?
more
No, it's not.
vulnerable.
I'm not talking about a relationship.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about in life.
Oh,
Life
okay.
insecurities.
I'm scared of being scared. So when I am scared or when I feel away, I face that shit. That's why you niggas will see me stand in front of a nigga with a gun and be like, "What's up?" Because
seen it.
I'm scared, nigga, and I don't like feeling scared. So when I feel scared, I just turn into this different
I'm scared
animal.
to die, so I
You know
feel
why?
it.
Because me walking in my purpose. If I'm scared, everybody else behind me gonna be scared. We don't need to be scared, nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feared the one time that I might be scared, it might crash down.
Trickle down
like,
effect, right?
you know what I'm saying? It might crash. Me being scared, everybody else is looking to me to be the leader is gonna be like, the fuck is you doing,
Did
nigga?
you not feel like that? Because there was some incidents where he didn't
Yeah.
duck, and I'm like, I duck, nigga. Then what the fuck is you doing?
No,
Like,
but I have to have that confidence so everybody else can have it. If niggas is looking at me like Trey got it, and that one time I'll be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I just
Timber.
listen.
But you don't feel like them fearful moments took that. And the reason why I said it, because the incidents I've been in from when I got shot, cut in the face, all that, I was fear. But going through that, it
Yeah, you
took that
wasn't-
fear out of me.
Yeah.
I don't have fear of that stuff. So that's why I was asking. Like, you don't feel like you being in those certain predicaments don't take that fear away to
Nah,
like, yo,
I always want to be scared because fear keeps you alive.
OD.
You know
I
what I'm
understand
saying?
that. It keeps you on
I always want to
2
be
and 10.
scared, but like I said, one of my insecurities is like letting that fear overcome me. So every time I do some wild shit, some off the wall shit or whatever, that's me trying to convince myself that I'm not scared.
But is that really an insecurity then?
It
I don't
is.
think that
I
would
think
be
it
an
is
I don't
because
think,
it translates into other things, right? Like we said, we're not talking about relationships, but it'll translate into a relationship, right?
Okay.
So
Are you
like
being hurt?
nah, I don't fear being hurt. I don't actually think people hurt me. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't think I get hurt, or maybe I lost the feeling of being hurt and turn that into
Yeah, probably.
aggression.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, like I get aggressive
Yeah, me too.
when I'm supposed to be hurt, I guess, because I feel like you playing with me or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So
So I don't know. Maybe I lost
two could play at
those.
that game. Let's go.
Maybe I lost those things. I mean
And I'm always
fear.
gonna
I mean
outdo you.
fearful in the sense of like I don't know. Maybe taking a certain step with a chick or whatever. You know what I mean, I might be fearful of giving you too much trust.
Well, in a relationship
Something
right
like
now,
that.
for me, I think I'm in fear of. I don't think I'm afraid of getting the commitment, but yeah. I don't think I have commitment issues. I think it's the things, some of the factors within a commitment I'm like a little against. Not against, I have a little bit of problems with. For example, like the checking in thing. You know what I mean? Where I feel as though I'm checking in, or the questions, now I'm feeling like I'm being interrogated. But I feel like if we have that discussion early in the first quarter, I won't feel like that anymore.
But what about in life? Like, you don't got no insecurity in life? Like, you feel like that you carry with you every day?
I would really have to give that some thought before I say yes or no, because right now I feel like no. Honestly, but let me give it some thought, because that's a fresh question right there. I've never given that thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because honestly speaking, when it comes down to insecurities, that's why I said, are you sure that would be an insecurity? I don't think that would be an insecurity.
It might be. I don't know how to word it, but you know.
I don't know though. But when it comes down to insecurities, I think I'm well overconfident of myself. You know what I mean? Of myself. And first of all, we taking it back to purpose. I've already identified my purpose. You know what I mean? And I feel like my purpose within itself is my blanket. So if I do question myself in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I just snuggle up on my blanket. And that blanket is the ability to get through things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I could see that. But I don't know. I think even our confidence come from an insecurity deep down that we gotta identify. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think, like, somebody might be like, oh, I seen that in one of the comments, right? It was like, oh, Trey give off this cocky arrogance or whatever. And it's like, when you talk about cockiness and arrogance, that's overconfident. I'm not overconfident. I'm confident because I know what I've accomplished.
You know what you know.
That's like saying Floyd Mayweather is overconfident. Nigga, he's 50-0. That's nigga's not cocky. He's not overconfident.
The numbers
he
don't
just
lie.
Accomplished things, right?
Back it
So
up.
my bravado, like how I move around, it comes from the things that I've done.
Right.
So it's not, I can't be overconfident if I've always won.
And I'm experienced.
I always won. So it's, there's no overconfidence there.
Right.
I'm not cocky or whatever. It's just maybe the way you talk in certain rooms might be taken a different way depending on where they're at in life, right?
Interpretation.
So if you in a room full of broke niggas and you talking about your Ferrari and shit like that,
say that.
A lot of times
But
if you go in there and you talk with a bunch of rich niggas, you just talking about regular life.
Right.
So how you interpret things shows where you at in life. So if you think I'm cocky, then you just ain't where I'm at.
Right. Sometimes
Wrong tax
people
bracket.
get
You get what I'm saying?
insecurities with, right.
Like I said, wrong
But
tax
my
bracket.
insecurities, like I don't feel like it's being insecure. I feel like I'm just too prideful. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, that's always
fake.
been your thing.
it's too prideful.
Ego and pride is fake, bro.
Nobody could tell me nothing. Like,
This
what's
nigga took
up?
my whole answer, no cap.
What's up? It's like,
I got way too much
Trey
pride,
always
son.
used to
That
tell
shit
me,
fake.
like, yo,
Nah, it is. It
you
is.
know, I was heavy on the gang
It is.
shit. You feel me?
It
Everywhere
is.
I go, you gonna see
Super
something
fake.
blue on me. Crates, flag, like. And Trey used to be like, yo, everybody know you Crip already. Like, why you gotta do that? It's just me. Like, I just felt like, yo, this is how it is.
You
Like,
feel like you have to be seen?
I don't like dressing up and doing all that. Like, I feel comfortable in a white tee and blue chucks all day. I could wear that every day and be good. You feel me? It's just a pride thing. But now I'm slowly but surely breaking out of it. You know, dressing up more. You know, stop wearing
You have your days.
colors.
But I think
I do have my days. Like,
I think all
'cause
that
it's
comes from
always in me.
insecurity though, right? Like pride and all that shit, it's an insecurity. Like we get this from somewhere.
But you feel like
Right?
you gotta prove
like
something.
me being
right.
scared. I feel like there was a moment in life where I felt fear and when I felt like I shouldn't, and I never wanted to feel it again. You know what I'm
what's
saying?
crazy?
So it's coming from a place. That's why I say it's an insecurity. Cause you felt it once before and you like, nah, I don't never want to feel like that again.
I've
Swear
had
to
times
God,
when
yo, now that you said that, like, it was one time that shit happened to me. Like, you feel me? And after that, I was like, nah, I'm wearing my shit. Nobody telling me nothing. I ain't tell none of my homies, but I felt some type of way deep down inside. Like, I was scared.
It was something to prove, though.
And then it was something to prove to myself because my homies ain't know.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I knew.
Yeah.
My homies ain't know. I knew, and I was like, nah, from now on, this is what I am. That's why I tatted this shit all over. Even if I ain't flagging, you gonna know.
See, I look at it. I look at
Nah,
it.
nah, good.
Now I look at it, dude, because like I said before, I look at it. I overcame fear to the point I don't feel it. Like that, and I think that was a thing for me. I went through something that I was scared. Like I was scared. In situations where I was, bodily harm done, I was scared. So when I made it through that, it took all that away. To the point where if I'm in that situation again like last time, it won't be a fear in me. And not because I'm invincible, I'm Superman, but it's like I went through that. They already took that fear out of me. It's either you gonna do what you gonna do or that's that.
Is you is or is you ain't, nigga.
So I don't like.
Nah, I feel how you feel because the first time I got shot, I was like, then it happened again. I'm like, shit, it happened. I was outside like a week later, and it was a deadly shot. Like I ain't supposed to be here right now. And I was outside the next week. Even Trey had to tell me, yo, sit your ass down.
Right.
Why the fuck are you outside? Like,
right.
Like I said, that's when pride kicked in again. Oh yeah, I'm laughing at niggas. I ain't kill me. I put my bullet. They took out my arm. I put it on a chain. Like
that. Yeah, and I think that all comes from insecurity. Right. Because if niggas knew, like, well, if you felt like niggas knew, you wouldn't have to prove all of that. Right. It's like it is what it is. That's why I said when I came back from Indonesia, I felt different. Like I put on my Dior's one day, and I just was like, why? Just something small like that. You know what I'm saying? I had the little chains on. I was like, why? Nobody out here got this shit on. This shit do not matter. Now you start looking at yourself different. Like, what the fuck am I doing this for?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what are we all doing this shit for? Why are we playing this
image
game?
We chasing or is
right?
And that's one of the things I'm
so you gotta tap
about.
in.
Right.
It's
You
America.
know what I'm saying? We want to be looked at as them niggas, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and we feel like without all this, nobody gonna recognize that.
Right.
That's
That's
why
an
we do it.
insecurity.
You know what I'm saying? We convince ourselves that we like it, but shit is,
That's
if you
one of the
went
things,
somewhere
shit like that.
where they didn't wear it, you wouldn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't think about it.
It wouldn't even be a thought.
Right.
So sometimes niggas perceptions of me have made me insecure. If I felt like I couldn't live up to a nigga perception of who they thought I
Right.
was, right? So I felt the need to go out and try to gather all the tools and necessities to be that
To live up
person.
to their
You get me?
expectation.
Right.
Right.
But that's
So
their
and I ain't gonna lie, I've
expectation,
been
not yours.
insecure about multiple things on multiple occasions. One being my weight, of course. Nigga, when I was younger, being dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned niggas was the more attractive.
I went through that in high school.
Nigga, you feel me? I had a deep voice as a kid all the time, so people always thought I was older than what I was. That shit was an advantage, but I didn't see it as such. You feel me? So me not knowing, lack of knowledge made me insecure. You know what I'm saying? It's a mad shit I've been insecure about, nigga, but the fact that I can talk about that now
That's what I
and
was
be who
about to
I
say.
am
That's
now
dope.
is like
That's dope.
security.
Yeah,
I am security,
yeah,
nigga.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I turn my negatives into positives. You know what I mean? I turn
all good.
shit
That's
to
what I'm
shit.
saying. That's
Biggie
why I
said.
feel like
Yeah.
all of us walk around with that shit. You get what I'm saying? Even
Absolutely.
the most confident niggas, like
Absolutely.
you had to. It had to come from a place
Absolutely.
from where you didn't feel that you could be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you created this thing, right? Because you know, like I always been the weirdo nigga, right? So I felt like I had to be extra tough and extra violent. Cause it's like, nigga, I'm different, but I know you gonna test me because I'm different.
So
What you
don't
said,
try.
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
don't be gangster, they be hurt. I've been
Right.
I've done acts of
So I know you
violence
gonna
because
try
I was
it.
hurt.
I know you
what I'm
gonna
saying?
try
So,
it, right? All my niggas look
Right.
like this. All my niggas got blue flags and all
Stupid
that
shit
shit.
like that, yeah.
I got a red mohawk, nigga. I got a
Red
Dead
and
ass.
yellow.
I got a
Dead
Red
nose
Hawk,
ring,
blue
nigga.
flag is
Yeah.
You
blind
get
and
the
crazy.
picture? I
I
know
just-
you gonna try it.
I just seen
and
the
I'ma
picture of that
burn
shit.
you.
all day,
I just
trick
seen
or
the
treat.
picture. Yo, it's so crazy. I just seen the picture of that shit earlier today. Fresh too.
Yo,
Oh man,
that's what I'm saying.
Yo,
back in
So
those
it's
were the
just
lows.
like
Those were the days.
growing up,
You get
even
me?
when we was younger, like I was the first nigga with a nose ring. I was the first nigga wearing skateboard shit.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
remember
That's
that
what I'm
orange
saying.
Cages,
camouflage
all
that we
that
was just
shit,
talking
cuz.
about?
Yo, that was disgusting.
That was crazy. No,
What
but then
you saying?
the
Hold
way
on.
the orange camouflage, he had
Oh,
the
yeah, he
orange
blew my-
camouflage, snapback
Yeah.
fitted, but the
My
way he
son got
rocked
that
it,
bottle in
to
that
the
bubble,
back,
though.
That was crazy.
tilted on the
He
side.
got that bottle
and he
in
thought
that
he was
bubble, though.
swaggy.
Yo,
Orange
I was so
snapback.
He got that bottle in the bubble.
He got that bottle in that bubble, though.
Snapback fitted?
Fitted, snapback, whatever it was, man.
I understand.
Everything
was just-
that's a joke to him.
Yeah, if it, that, you feel me?
yeah, but
It was
like
a bad
shit like that
combination.
shit.
Snapback
So
fitted
we
is
so we
crazy.
think we not walking around with insecurities. Our whole everything nigga, is based off insecurity.
Well, we all got some type of internal problem.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Things that you feel like you could be better
You get
at.
what I'm saying? Well, yeah. And
that's why
always,
finding your purpose is important.
finding a purpose is certainly important. I totally agree with that. And we definitely, like I said, we definitely all have internal problems. The whole grand scheme of things, though, is improving. This shit is not an overnight, but it's more than just identifying. Because I've come across people that say, "Oh yeah, I know I do this, I know I do that."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what?
Ain't enough to acknowledge it. What you doing about
What
it?
are you doing about it? You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
marathon, ain't a race.
Knowledge
You
without
know what I'm
action
saying?
ain't shit.
Yeah, exactly. What are
Yo, I
you
was
doing
in the
about
crib
it? You
the
know what I
other day,
mean?
right?
And don't play victim.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all some funny shit, and I wrote it in my notes because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna use this shit on the podcast. I ain't know what's gonna be this soon, but I was going to do my taxes the other day, nigga. I had 4 lighters in my pocket. Y'all niggas know I get mad high, I smoke mad weed, but nigga, I ain't smoked no weed all day that day. So I had 4 lighters in my pocket. I'm like, damn, all these lighters is shit still not lit. You know what I'm saying? So all lighters being knowledge. And the action, like, nigga, you can have all that knowledge and still, you know what I mean?
I see that now.
I
Yeah, I
got
see
all these
that.
lighters.
I was
You
on
know,
the
man,
fence. I was
catch
like,
up,
I the hamster was on the wheel, but he wasn't turning.
Catch up, Mustang.
Nah, I caught that.
Nah, I caught it.
I
He said all
know.
these lighters and shit
All
still
these
lit.
lighters and shit still not lit.
Yeah, I get it.
That's a fact.
I get it.
Word, I ain't know I was going to have to use that shit so soon. Shout out to my son, Blue. I thought this was going to be like episode 6.
But we about to wrap this up, but I think we should shout out some people in the comments, you know, our listeners.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We got Kosa 730, Tanya, shout out to Tanya, DJ Mad Max, what up my boy?
That's my boy. Max, what up, boy?
Lady D88, she be going in, she be writing whole synopsis about our shit. Like,
That's love. That's love. That's
who else
love.
we got here? We got Dolly World, shout out to Dolly World. And shout out to everybody else, anybody we miss. You know, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Like I always say, every episode, this is therapeutic for us. I hope it's therapeutic for you.
Definitely. Comment, subscribe, whatever you got to say, tap on in, whether it's positive, whether it's negative.
We taking it all.
We taking it all. At the end of the day, we ain't hiding nothing. It's here. The cameras is here, and we on YouTube. So
hopefully you
it's
got a
gonna touch
little
over
bit
there.
of stuff, man.
You know,
hopefully you got anything.
Oh, shout out to
Hopefully
the
you got
Nike
nothing,
Town
nigga.
too, though, man, because J-Rock just put us up
Oh,
on
yeah,
game.
so
This
I
whole
was
crew over
telling
there
him,
be tapping in with us.
I'm kind of like a
Word.
fake superstar at work.
Oh,
How
shout
we
out to
did.
Nike Town, man.
Shout
We
out
gotta
to
pull
Nike
up.
Town, man.
Size
you know, I
14,
go on
we need
word,
endorsements.
14.
We need endorsements.
Everybody, you know, they watch. They and that's all they be talking about. And I was just telling him on our way here, like, all day, not even just today, just throughout, like, from the first, second episode, good feedback. Yo, I like what y'all saying. Y'all talking real. Like, I had one of my coworkers, like, and I was telling him, every time we work, we miss each other. And he like, nah, like, I'll watch y'all because, like, stuff y'all saying is things I want to say or get out, and I can't. Y'all give me the words to say it.
That's what we here for. That's what we want to do.
And that's what I like about it. Then I got another coworker. She like Trey, cause she like, yo, your friend that used the word bitch, I ain't offended by it. That's what she said. She said, I ain't offended by it. I laugh, but she be like, it's funny, but she be like, listen, that's some raw shit. I like that.
Sundays.
Shout out to her. I appreciate
that's
it.
what she said.
She said
Hold on.
Sundays.
I appreciate
She
you.
said
Yo, she said
Sundays.
Sundays is her therapy for. She said, yo,
Yeah.
Sundays. She said, I follow y'all, so I get the alert. She said, yo, I get my drink, I roll my spliff, turn the lights off, candle. She said, I watch
lock
y'all.
in.
Felt her.
She said, I watch y'all.
So you
Follow
think
our
we
grand-
walking in purpose right now?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we are.
Oh, let's do it.
are.
Absolutely,
Let's
man.
do it.
We
Yo,
need endorsements, Nike.
Follow
okay?
us on the gram, 80 Side Network, YouTube. What is it? At 80 Side, youtube.com/at 80 Side.
Yeah.
Our individual joints on there. You can find us. And that's it, guys, right?
Stay tuned.
Episode 3.
Side.
Go side.